Let's go.
Okay, what's happening, everybody? It's your boys here. We are the FBG Gavone show today, July 14th, 2016. We're going to run through MLB predictions. There is a thunderstorm going on right now, so we're going to hopefully do this very quickly.
Super quick.
We're going to go through the awards. Batting title, Cy Young, MVP, divisional picks, and then World Series picks, AL, NL. So starting with the AL batting title, who you got?
Batting title, Altuve. He's batting 341, something like that. He's got to be my number one pick for that, easily.
Likewise.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't see him stopping, and Houston's on it.
He doesn't have any competition there. He's gonna win that, I think, for sure.
Only guys like you were saying before Cano. All right, next. Okay.
AL Cy Young. Who you got?
AL Cy Young. I have. Let's see. Who did I pick for AL Cy Young? Sale. Chris Sale, 14 wins. He's got to be the Cy Young. I mean, to get sick, all he needs is to get to 20. Really, he's got a little bit of a higher ERA.
I think so too. My pick is Sale. I was torn between Stephen Wright and Sale. I think they're going to wind up being real close. It depends though, because Sale has 14 wins right now. So if he gets to 20, and then Wright is still the low ERA holder with like 17 or 18 wins, then the writers are going to kind of have a tough decision to make. But right now, I think it's going to be Sale. I think he's going to be well over like 225 Ks, which is ridiculous.
Crazy.
So he's my pick.
Only thing holding the AL back right now is the ERA. It's like 268 for Wright, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, which honestly isn't Cy Young.
No, not really at all. As you hear the thunder crack. AL MVP, who do you got?
Josh Donaldson. He's like leading the league in runs. He's got the average. He's got the swagger. He's got the RBIs, over 20 homers. He's protected in that crazy Toronto lineup. Donaldson repeats.
My pick is Robinson Cano with David Ortiz as the runner-up. I think the writers are going to have a very difficult decision to make in regard to this one, because I think Cano is just stroking the ball. He's hitting the ball out of a pitcher's park in Safeco, which is his home field, and then you have David Ortiz, a large father in his last season. Obviously, there's going to be maybe a little bit of a sympathy vote, but it might not even be necessary, as he's hitting about 322 with like a little over 20 jacks, a little over 70 ribs at the halfway point. Absolutely ridiculous for a 40-year-old, completely unprecedented, so we'll see what happens with that. Then divisional picks, AL East, who you got?
AL East, I think I have the Orioles. Love their relief pitching on that team. Love the bats they have in the middle of the lineup. You got Adam Jones. You have Machado, who's an animal. You have Chris Davis, who I think had a slow start, but is going to have an awesome second half of the season.
I'm going with the Sox to win the wild card, and then I'm going with the Orioles to win the division right now. They have a 2-game lead
Sox
on both
the
Jays and the Red Sox. The Jays don't have enough pitching to sustain,
No way.
and the Red Sox don't either. Okay.
I mean, we're out here grinding right now. We're literally like,
we're just grinding.
This is like tornado weather.
Yeah, we deserve like an Emmy award for this shit. So
we do it for you guys, honestly. We're giving our picks because we know what you guys want to hear.
Okay. So yeah, O's are my pick in the AL East.
O's pick me.
Moving on to the Central, the Cleveland Indians are 52-36 and have, I think, a 7-game lead, pretty commanding over both the Tigers and the defending World Series champion Royals. I have the Indians.
I also have the Indians. They're going to get Michael Brantley back pretty soon, who, was an MVP candidate last year or season or two. I think that's going to be huge for them. I think they need the bats in the lineup, and I think they have the team chemistry with guys like Uribe, who everyone knows is a goof. And they definitely have the pitching. Love to see Cleveland in the playoffs. I think they're going to do it. And I don't think anyone from that division will be a wild card, although I think Tigers might be close, or the Royals might be close.
I have Royals as wild card. Royals are my wild card. Moving out west, the Rangers have a commanding lead. They are my undoubted pick. And it's going to be the Red Sox. It's going to be the Red Sox and the fucking Royals for the wild card.
Texas, I had Texas as the wild card before when we just did this previously, and the computer got all screwed up, but I'm changing my decision because I'm remembering Dom reminded me that Darvish is on his way back from DL. Hamilton will be coming back pretty soon. They're going to make the necessary moves. They got to win that division. I think Houston ends up pulling the other wild card with the Red Sox. This is nuts, and we're still powering through the storm, baby. We're in the eye of it.
Okay, awards, NL. NL batting title, I think it's clear cut. It's going to be Daniel Murphy. Dude's got 117 hits, hitting 341 right now, and 3 hits in the All-Star game. The guy is unbelievable. Met murderer Russo. I know he's ruining your hopes and
Literally
dreams.
ruining my dreams.
It's
as a
pretty
Mets
crazy,
player,
but
or
he's
fan.
definitely my clear cut pick for the title. Also, you have DJ Matthew hitting like 334, but he's a Joe Schmo.
Yeah, I totally agree. Daniel Murphy, for those who weren't really aware of Daniel Murphy before he put the show on last year in the playoffs, this is what he does. He gets hits. He hits for average. This isn't a fluke. He's just having an awesome year, and he's always been hitting for average, and he's putting everything together this year. Congrats to the guy. I think he's got to win the batting title. He's got like 117 hits right now, halfway through the season. Banana land, like. He's got it for me. 100%.
NL Cy Young, Clayton Kershaw has a 1.79 ERA, leading the NL, and the Thunder's about to hit. Maybe not. He's my clear-cut pick for it. If he gets 20 wins and is under 2, he could also steal the MVP from one of the Cubs players, which is probably going to be.
Yeah. Agreed. He's doing extremely well. He just doesn't have the wins he normally has. He still has like what?
Well, he's carrying
11.
the Dodgers.
Exactly.
The team is on his shoulders.
He doesn't have the bats there that he used. I mean, Puig isn't the same right now. Adrian Gonzalez is not the same right now. Seager's right now probably the
Crawford's
top hitter
gone,
now.
so
Yeah, Crawford is that contract, and he's doing absolutely nothing. So he doesn't have the bats he used to have. He doesn't have the protection from other pitchers like Greinke, but he's still putting the team on his back. He's got to win that Cy Young. To me, another dude who will be close behind, like a Stephen Wright in the AL, would be a Johnny Cueto for the NL. I think he's on a stellar team right now. That was crazy lightning with the Giants, and I think he would be a close second for me.
It's starting to rain. We're just moving inside, and we're back. So moving forward to the NL MVP pick, you have obviously guys on the Cubs who, to me, are reminiscent of Maris and Mantle back in the '60s with the Yanks. Bryant and Rizzo are pretty much, the catalyst of that team in the 3 and 4
100%.
holes. They're putting up great numbers this year. Let me just move this camera so get a little crotch shot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the same thing.
So, that's who's your pick?
To me, it's those two, the big names, and then it's another one would be Arenado would be a top choice for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hopefully Brian can put it together. I think it's his average that is definitely holding him back in the strikeouts. But he leads right now with 25 home runs in the NL. He leads in WAR, which is I don't know what it is.
Something like 4 point something.
Well, 4.6 or something like that. So I think he means just as much as the rest of the guys to the team.
Also, wouldn't discount Buster Posey.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a year, especially for a catcher dude. Like he is raking over there in San Fran right now.
Yeah.
But my pick is definitely going to be for Chris Bryant. I think with the versatility in the field as well, I think he brings another dimension.
Okay, cool. So moving forward to the NL divisional picks, NL East. Obviously, the story of the season has been Dusty Baker coming in, the Nats adding Murphy from the Mets, stealing him, bringing him down to DC. He's been unbelievable for them. Worth has been producing. Harper really hasn't been himself recently, but he's doing enough. He's doing enough to keep them afloat in that division and have them at a 6 or 7 game lead right now.
Yeah, 6 over the
I don't
Mets
see
and
that. I don't see that changing. Scherzer's been sharp, and I have the Nats over the Mets.
I think the Nationals too. I think their team is pretty complete other than their bullpen right now. I think the Papelbon isn't the answer for them right now. But I think their bats are on fire. Their vets are hitting like Worth and Zimmerman. Their pitching is phenomenal with Strasburg back, pitching like Strasburg, and you got Scherzer and the rest of them, Gio. So I think the Nationals take that. Hopefully the Mets can win that wild card. They would be my pick, and maybe influence a little bit with the diehard Mets fan. But I'm gonna think they could pull it out with the pitching.
NL Central, the story of the season's been the Cubs. They started out 39-15, which is one of the better starts since like the 27 Yankees. Like they were drawing all sorts of heinous comparisons to them. Nobody else would be as good as them. But now they're 14-20 over the last 34. So they've slowed up in the second half of the first half of the season. So now it's up to them to keep pace and keep the Cardinals away, which I think they will. I have the Cubs over the Cards. I have the Cards in a wild card spot in that division.
I think the Cubs easily win that division. I think the Pirates are going to be nowhere close to a wild card, and I think St. Louis is going to be close, but I think they're going to come up just a bit short. They just lost Matt Carpenter for about a month.
Big loss.
That's huge. I mean, he's up around 60 for runs and RBIs, plus 300 average, probably around 14, 15 home runs, something like that. I think the guy's been huge for him, and that's definitely going to be a big bat that they're going to lose in that lineup. I think they're going to come up just short when he comes back.
Moving out west, you have the San Francisco Giants with an MLB best 27 wins.
57.
The last game, 57 wins. The last game of the season, Mad Bum tossed a complete game, one-hitter, lost the no-hitter in the 8th inning, and then was, just left out there by Bochy because
Pretty
he was
much.
just so dominant that game. He was locating the fastball away.
He's got the arm.
He
for it,
had
too.
the slider going down on righties, which is just a devastating pitch, breaking in on their ankles. It's like really unhittable. I think he ended up with about 15 Ks that game.
Yeah, he started off with like 12 and 6 innings. He was just bodying up people.
Yep, and I think he still threw like 130 pitches. Doesn't even care. He's from the farm. He was the steed on the farm when they were growing up. So he's probably all good in that regard.
Toss some ice on it, probably could have gone another 9 the next day.
Yep. Without a doubt. I think they have a commanding lead in that division. I don't think the Dodgers can catch them. But however, the Dodgers are my wild card pick, hence my Clayton Kershaw pick for the Cy Young. I think he does enough to keep them afloat. I think Corey Seager in the mix of that lineup. Puig starts turning it up a little bit. And I think it leaves your Mets, unfortunately, out of a playoff spot this year, which is disappointing.
Yeah, which is definitely disappointing because they could be exciting if they get there with the pitching. But okay, so I had the Mets as a wild card. I think the Dodgers definitely get the other wild card. I left the Cardinals out from the wild card. I think the Giants easily.
It's going to be a dogfight for that.
It really is. I think those are like really the strongest teams. And honestly, I can't count out the Marlins because like they're just not going away. With Giancarlo getting hot and Fernandez throwing like he does.
And they get D. Gordon back. Can't forget about
off the roids.
About a month maybe.
Which can definitely help their cause. They got guys like Prado who's tops in the majors in the average. So I guess I can't sleep on the Marlins either. But I'm gonna say Mets Dodgers wild card, and I think the Giants easily end up winning the West out there. They too much firepower, too great of pitching. The lineup is everything you want it to be in a championship caliber team. Honestly, I think they got to go ahead for that.
So World Series pick, I have the Rangers over the Nationals. I think the Rangers have enough firepower with the bats in a veteran like Beltre. You have Elvis Andrus. You have Ian Desmond coming out of nowhere, leaving the Nats actually to come to Texas, and he was an all-star this year. So obviously some really, really key additions, key pieces there. They'll get Darvish back soon. Maybe you go get another pitcher out in the bullpen, but Matt Bush, the former #1 pick, has been amazing for them. He's been very good, lights out. So, and even Odor, you can't count.
No, you can't. He's been doing
the
great.
Big time puncher. He's packed a punch the whole year.
And who knows if does Prince Fielder wake up eventually?
If Prince Fielder wakes up, everybody is in trouble.
And a guy like Joey Gallo on the farm system too, who
could be a trade piece for somebody else.
For sure, because who knows it? Because honestly, I've heard he's not the best in the clubhouse. That guy.
Joe Gallo.
Yeah. Maybe he just needs a little change in scenery.
Maybe. Who knows? But that's my pick. Rangers in 6 over the Nats in the battle for October.
Okay, and NLCS, I think I have Giants over Cubs going to the World Series. ALCS, I'm gonna go with Red Sox Rangers, and I'm gonna pick the Sox over the Rangers now actually, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Giants Red Sox World Series, and I'm gonna give the World Series to the Giants.
That'd be an interesting dynamic. You'd have Pablo Sandoval watching from his couch,
saying,
bowls
"Wow."
of Captain Crunch like CC.
Saying, "Wow, I remember when I used to be good on both of these teams. Now look at me."
So those are the picks. We hope you enjoyed them. Tweet at us. Let us know what you think. Facebook us. Whatever you want to do. Check us out at tpsnation.com. Follow us on Twitter at the TPS Guys. And thanks for watching. So we'll catch you later. Peace.